of cute.
I'm the librarian, and I came to read.
Let me tell y'all something, I'm back, okay? The daddy snatcher, I don't know what you want to call me, the daddy snatcher, the trade stealer, the boyfriend taker is back, girl, and we're ready to spill some fucking tea. I don't know how long this video is going to take to come out, but if you want to see it, if you want to see all my content first, y'all already know what the tea is. Go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Girls over there are living their best life, and they're on the winning team, so I suggest that you get over there as well. houseofexpression.com, go and check it out. Make sure that you check out For the Culture Podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, you know, wherever you listen, Google Play, wherever you listen to your podcast. We are there. We just released an episode entitled Roach's Revenge, and we talked about a lot, but we did focus on the Nicki and Cardi situation, so it's more than 2 hours long. Go ahead and check it out. And since we're already talking about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, I wanted to let you know that both of your faves are trash, okay? I don't know why there's this competition to see which one has the moral high ground, when in all actuality, they're just as, it's like lining up a trash can in a dumpster and just taking a sniff of each one, trying to figure out which one smells the worst. Girl, both their mindsets are garbage. You know what I mean? Nicki Minaj only standing up for empowerment and women's rights, all that shit, when her album ain't doing what it need to be doing. Cardi B, she talking about how dare you say some shit about my child or like some comment about my child, when there's receipts of her saying, oh, well, girl, nothing is off limits. Both of your faves are around. I mean, I don't understand how you can claim to be this person sticking up for black women, and y'all are working with abusers and shit. Y'all are exalting pedophiles. Like, it's just, both of your faves are garbage. And as soon as that fight, and I really use the word fight very lightly, very loosely, because that to me was not a fight. To me, that was not even an altercation, it was a scuffle. It was grandstanding when you know that security guards would not allow a fight to happen in the first place. That's what it really was to me. So as soon as that shit happened, I knew that Nicki Minaj would get in a studio, and I did not say, I have to specify, it's not a musical studio. I knew that she would get in a podcast studio, a radio studio. I don't know why your fans are out here whole musicians or rappers or whatever the fuck, and they're not doing their job description, but that's a whole nother story for another time and another place. But I knew that she would hop her ass on Queen Radio. That's the only thing entitled Queen that is #1 on any chart. I knew that she would get on there and start dragging and reading and like calling out all types of problematic behavior that Cardi B does, which she definitely has problematic behaviors, but we're not going to sit up here and act like Nicki Minaj is this perfect angel. I'm not going to sit up here and act like she has not been problematic and does not continue to be problematic in y'all face and not give a fuck about it. Like, both of your faves need to get their shit together. And as I said, this is what happened. This is what happens when you lie to your fave. This is what happens when y'all, I mean, she's being gassed. Her ego is being fed by a bunch of people who need to be focused on returning that bathroom pass. You know what I mean? You take your ass to lunch period and get your ass off of Twitter. Y'all are feeding her ego. She surrounds herself with yes men. Cardi B also does the same thing. So it's just the behaviors of both parties, both camps look really silly. I want y'all to take this energy to your albums, to your music, and maybe, I mean, I don't know, girl, get your ghostwriters together. Nicki, please go back to the drawing board from this weak ass album and get this shit together. Get this shit together. All right, let's just continue to get the cute shit out the way before we talk about the real shit. DC, I don't know when y'all will get this shit together. I don't understand it. Apparently, Henry's ass is not going to be playing Superman any longer. Now, I don't know, girl. I didn't see this shit coming. I knew that he had some critiques on how they were taking this story and how they were treating Superman, but I did not realize that his ass was like, girl, I'm out of this shit. So apparently he's out. DC is already trying to replace him. They're already in talks about which actor they want to portray Superman from now on. I also saw that Ben Affleck probably won't be coming back as Batman. This shit is all over the place. DC, I want y'all to get this shit together, because I said on Twitter, the only thing that DC really does well is their animated stuff, their animated movies and shit. They be hitting the mark sometimes. So like, I don't understand. Y'all need to take that same energy that y'all put into that animated shit and put it in the live action movie. And y'all are already talking about who's gonna replace Superman, who's gonna replace Superman. No, y'all need to sit down. I don't know, maybe for a couple of years. Sit down, stop trying to replace these people immediately. You need to figure out where you're gonna take this story, where you're gonna have to reboot the whole cinematic universe, girl. It don't make no sense. That was Superman, girl, and y'all lost him. Y'all have been really mishandling this whole thing since the very beginning, and maybe it's time for a cute ass, like, complete refurbishing, bitch. I don't know, a rebooting. You need to go back to the drawing board, because after this shit, girl, I don't understand. Marvel is sitting over there like, girl, y'all lost y'all Superman, bitch. I'm hollering. DC, get this shit together. All right, so if you're not living under a rock, you've seen all these weather reports. You would have seen all these hurricanes just bunched up like they roaches, bitch. I need to get my rate. I'm so sick and tired of Mother Nature. And I can't even blame her ass because she's tired of us. She's tired of us fucking up her spirit, her mojo. We're getting all in her energy. We're ruining it, girl. She thought she had all of the planets aligned. She thought, you know, all these hoes were in retrograde and shit. She was trying to realign her energies, and here we come with our cars and bullshit ass pollution, fucking her shit up. So I can only imagine that she's over here producing these hurricanes to try and get rid of our fucking crazy ass, to try to get rid of our selfish and greedy asses. I can't really drag Mother Nature too much because she's tired of our asses. But in that, we have Hurricane Florence coming to the coast and getting ready to pull on all of our fucking wigs. She's getting ready to really take her stiletto and plunge it into our necks. You see what I'm saying? So Miss Hurricane is coming, right? And so Rachel Maddow, she reported yesterday, from the time I'm making this video, she reported yesterday that the Trump administration took $10 million from FEMA to fund immigrant detention and deportation programs. So right before this crazy ass hurricane season is about to happen, because these hurricanes are coming. Like, there's no way around this shit. This is peak hurricane season. Like, we need as much assistance, as much funding as we can get. Right before that shit happens, this crazy, just out of whack, giving me all types of the Mad King type of tease, if you watch Game of Thrones, the Mad King type of tease. This administration has taken the very life-saving funding that we need, and they've taken it and put it into, I call it concentration camps, because that's all that shit is. Taking that money from saving lives and putting it towards destroying lives. It's not surprising coming from this cinder block face built ass administration. Like I said, Pence, oh my gosh, Pence, I said I wanted to call the Teen Titans on your ass, because ain't no reason why you should be walking around here looking like a cinder block like that. And Donald Trump is constructed like plasmas, and you can say what you want to say about that shit, but Starfire needs to come through. Raven, all the girls need to come through and get y'all ass together. It don't make no sense. We're about to face a crazy hurricane season, and y'all are killing us. If you look at the death tolls from September 11th that nobody will ever let us forget about, and you look at the death tolls of Hurricane Maria and the situation that Trump mishandled, and the administration ignored all the suffering and shit that was going on, mishandled the situation completely, the death tolls are in the same air, like they're in the same bracket. They're about the same. Y'all have all this energy for September 11th, and there's none for what that hurricane did to Puerto Rico, how many people it killed in Puerto Rico. The hypocrisy is out of this world, and when people want you to stand, oh my God, you should stand up for the national anthem. How dare you, girl? Y'all don't give a fuck about our lives. Fuck a song, okay? And if me sitting my ass down or kneeling my ass down during a fucking song will bring more awareness to the fact that y'all are literally ignoring dying minorities in this bitch, then that's it. Then that's just the tea. Y'all gonna have to deal with that shit. So that was really annoying news to hear that shit. Rachel Maddow broke that news, I think, if I'm reading this shit correctly. And even now, I'm seeing that South Carolina officials will not evacuate these prisons despite these mandatory orders ahead of the hurricane. So I'm telling you, it shows you how much classist, racist behavior is going on, and it's life or death. And that's why I can't stand, as I said, people who are just so uncomfortable. Oh, don't protest here, don't protest like this, don't protest in front of me, don't protest in this situation. Girl, then when the fuck do we do it? Because we're dying. You know what I mean? We're done. Get the fuck out my face. Amber Guyger, I want you to know that the bags under your eyes in this mugshot, they won't have enough room to hold all of the lies that your ass is telling and has told, okay? The story has changed so many fucking times. Your ass is talking about the door was slightly ajar. Y'all already know the situation. It has been going on in the news, but she talking about the door. I mean, I saw the story change so many times, but now we're on the door was slightly ajar, and I got in by using the pressure to keep, girl. There's so many residents who are living at that apartment complex who are just talking about how secure the building is. If you look at this video, she talking about the door was slightly open, and I'm just like, how the fuck can that happen when the doors close automatically? Like, I'm really thinking about this shit, okay? And then I saw, let me make sure I get this shit right, but Brooke Baldwin sat down with Lee Merritt, the family lawyer for this case, and he was saying, like, girl, I'm not really gonna spill too much tea. I could tell he wasn't trying to fuck shit up, but he was just like, girl, there have been noise complaints filed by the neighbor who's directly underneath both Jean's apartment, and of course, Amber Guyger's apartment is directly underneath his apartment. Noise complaints were filed. Like, girl, so shit is adding up. It's something is fishy. Something's in the water, sis, and the water's not even purified. I need to get a Brita filter because there's something in the water, okay? Because this shit is not adding up. Y'all can say what you want to say, girl. I'm talking. Noise complaints were filed previously, and they were filed on the day that he died. Something's not adding up, girl. Like, something is not adding up, girl. I'm not good at math. I stayed away from math in school. I hated it. It still doesn't compute unless we talk about EFTs, and you know what I mean? Unless we talk about deposits, then I can do math. But other than that, you know, usually I'm not too good at math, but I know that there's something here that does not add up. You gonna tell me noise complaints were filed on the very same fucking day, and not that nigga dead? Okay, all right. Amber Guyger, I hope that we get down to the truth, bitch, because the truth usually sets you free. But girl, in this case, gonna lock your ass up. And with all this evidence piling up, it seems like you might not, but I know that I am about to have a good goddamn evening.